is suing his neighbor, Varlin Devuti, for assault, extortion, and harassment.
Now, what I'm telling you is, this is a social situation, and what you've been doing for 15 years with your cats, I don't give a rat's behind about. You had a neighbor, and clearly you were used to doing things a certain way. I have no idea whether the prior tenants in that place, well, he says he has a prior tenant sitting here. Were you there prior to the Devutis moving in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so she's going to testify on behalf of the defendant. So I don't know whether you've had problems with other people who live there with your semi-feral cats. I don't know. But if you have, and if you live in such close proximity, that's selfish and not being a good neighbor. And if you had prior warning about it, and evidently I don't think she came here for nothing to tell me what a terrific neighbor you were. Otherwise she'd be sitting on that side. So you've had this problem before. The Devutis moved in subsequent to this neighbor, and they were older people, and they were older sick people because his father passed away. His mother is clearly, based upon what he told me, not well. You clearly had a father situation that you were dealing with and should have been more sensitive, but he told you that there was an odor created by your cats that you clearly got used to. And it didn't bother you, but it bothered your neighbors, not only this neighbor. So was he being unreasonable? I don't know. I think that when you put food out for animals that encourages them on a regular basis, once or twice a day, to come to your house, and you don't have a litter box outside for them, and you live in close proximity, they're going to urinate and defecate, and they're not always going to pick your side of the house. So all you have to do is, if you love the cats, then you either bring them inside and provide a place for them to eat, so they'll want to come in there and eat, and they'll get used to the litter box, or you rehome them. And that's not a legal interpretation, sir. That's a social situation.
Yes, ma'am.
We live in a community where we have certainly forgotten about a certain amount of civility that doesn't necessarily always require a legal judgment. If my neighbor, stand up, please. And your last name is?
Carrillo.
How long did you live as Mr. Schultz's neighbor?
I moved in September 2013, and I moved out December 2017.
Did you ever have any issues surrounding his cats?
Yes, I did.
Tell me about it.
The same.
Did you discuss it with Mr. Schultz?
We sure did. We exchanged messages. We exchanged emails.
I'd like to take a look at them. And you moved out in
December
2017.
2017.
I'd like to see the emails, please.
Couldn't stand it anymore.
Okay, so this was February 20th of 2015 when she first wrote to you, because evidently you were complaining that her dog pooped in the backyard. And she says, my dog does not relieve itself in the backyard. Any poop that you're seeing is from your 3 or 4 cats that you feed. I'm sure they also go in the back and poop. I have also seen poop in the front lawn. I thought it was very inconsiderate of you to have put the poop under the bench. I assume that that's what happened. You found some sort of poop under a bench?
Yes.
I'm sure that since you have been living here for so long, you have come across this poop issue. Therefore, the poop you've seen in the backyard is cat poop. So if you continue to see poop in the backyard, keep in mind that it belongs to the cats. What her statement is a simple one. You've been aware that having semi-feral cats has caused problems for your neighbors for a long time. And sit down. Okay. It's just an issue that I wanted to clarify. Now, Mr. Schultz, Mr. Devuti, has told me what his version of what happened on the 29th of November. Now, understanding that there was some negative history between the two of you, I want you to tell me your version of what happened.